Well, that was a bit stressful, wasn't it? As an Argentina Messi fan, whew, I think you'll understand how I feel. So, Argentina are through with a 2-0 win against Poland, maybe about an hour or so ago. And at one point, it wasn't looking very good. Lionel Messi with the penalty miss, and things were looking like they were going to head very, very badly for Argentina. Looked like they could be going out. Although I think as the matches were still 0-0 in both matches, Poland versus Argentina and Saudi Arabia versus Mexico, Argentina were through. But circumstances, the other match could have easily knocked them out. So, like I said, a big, big relief for all Argentina and Lionel Messi fans. And like I said, um, not a good penalty from Messi. It shouldn't have been a penalty in the first place. You can't give a penalty for that. But I think because it was Messi, I think that's why the penalty was given. But football's in a very funny place when penalties are being given for incidences like that. And some would call it justice. But like I said, it wasn't a good penalty. It was a good save, but it wasn't in the corner, and it was a good height for the goalkeeper as well. So it's one of those things with Messi, what is brilliant at everything else, but just penalties lets him down. And I think he has a like the XG or something, or the expected goals from penalties is about 0.79 or 79% or whatever it is, and his average is around there. So it's normal in a sense. So that's probably the only thing that is normal at football. But apart from that, I thought he was absolutely fantastic. Some of the runs, the passes, the weight of pass. For me, it's probably been one of the best performances of the tournament from a player. And that's what I think makes Messi so great, is that he cannot be on the score sheet, but the whole performance of the whole of the match is just a level above what anyone else does and can do. Brilliant finish from Alvarez as well. I think it was Fernandez who made a good little run and passed it into Alvarez, who had a very good first touch, and the second touch smashed it in the goal. Chesney got a hand to it as well, but too much power on it for him to save. And second half, Argentina were a lot better, controlling the match, keeping possession of the ball and circulating as well, which was good. And a few runners off the ball, which Argentina don't do a lot. The Messi pass to Alvarez, which was brilliant as well, after the second goal, and that could have been a chance to score three, but I think he might have got a slight nudge in the back to put him off balance, and he missed at the near post. But it was a brilliant pass from Messi again, and that's sometimes I think what Argentina are lacking, just that through ball to turn defenders and add another dimension. In the first half especially, it looked like that there's no other players apart from Messi who can take that responsibility, or every move like has to end through Messi and go through Messi, and he has to have a part in every move. But when you are a player like Lionel Messi as well, Argentina can use him to play in certain positions to move the opposition and create spaces to make space for other players who can do something. Because of course, the more better teams you play and the better players you play against, they can deal with all those movements. They know Argentina are heavily dependent on Messi, and why wouldn't you be? But you still have to have that extra thing in your, like, string in your bow, so to say. It's like when a player is right-footed, and you, whatever foot he is, put him on his weak foot, and you know he's never gonna go take you down the channel. He's always gonna try and cut inside. But if you give a defender like an option, almost like he might go down the wing, then the defender has to actually think. So instead of him just knowing, the guy's just gonna cut in on his stronger foot, the defender has to, you have to give the defender like some thinking in terms of, yeah, he might just go down the wing. So it's that option. And playing even Lautaro Martinez and Alvarez up front, because if Argentina haven't got the players against the better teams to keep the ball that well and find Messi in closer to the goal, then possibly you have less possession then, and that way the players are not under like the responsibility or pressure to keep the ball. They can just have defend well, be in shape, and then Martinez and Alvarez, they're mobile anyway, so they can help maybe out in defense, and then just try maybe play a bit more on the counter. Maybe that way the two strikers can pin the opposite defense back as well. So to create that space for Messi, something to think about, I think, for Argentina, because, like I said, against the better opposition, they will be able to deal with Messi now because he hasn't got that blistering pace just to get past people. And his finishing, he had one chance today where he should have scored. He had a few other opportunities. They weren't clear-cut chances, but one chance where the pullback, I think, from Acuna, that he should have done better with. But yeah, like I said, brilliant. I thought it was a brilliant performance from Messi, and just shows the kind of player he is without getting on the score sheet. Everything else that he adds to the game, so brilliant. And like I said, thank God that they're through, and they will be playing Australia, and that's going to be on Saturday at 7 p.m. So Australia, who went through as well, they beat Denmark today 1-0. Tunisia beat France 1-0. So France finished top, Australia second. I think Denmark finished bottom of the group. So I thought they may have been underdogs, not to win the whole thing, but like to do well in this tournament, but obviously not. There's just Messi's 999th career game. It was today against Poland. 1000 game if he's fit and starts, or if he plays, then it's going to be his 1000th game. So a big like not a record but a big milestone, so to speak, in his career. So let's hope that goes well as well, and I'm sure I'll be stressed out for that match as well. But as long as they're through, if they had gone out in the group stages, that would have been tough to take. So let's say in the other match in that group was Saudi Arabia. It was Saudi Arabia 1, Mexico 2. So there was a stage in that match, Poland against Argentina, where the match was going to be decided. I'm not even sure how it was going to be decided, to be honest, because it would have been decided on yellow cards, and then if Poland had got 2 more yellow cards and Mexico won 2-0 and Argentina won 2-0, something like that, then it would have been decided on I don't know, I think a toss of a coin, or they would have pulled it out a hat or something. So I think Poland were very lucky. Argentina had a few opportunities to make it 3-0 as well. And then they switched after the Argentina match had finished. They switched it to the Saudi Arabia vs Mexico match, and like about 20 seconds later, Saudi Arabia scored. So then Poland had a 2-goal swing in their advantage. I think something crazy like that. But I don't know if I'm disappointed in the way Poland played, or they were reserved because they knew they were playing the averages of what was going to happen. But you feel a bit sorry for Lewandowski, because I don't even think he had an attempt. I'm not even sure if Poland had an attempt on target. Maybe now they're into the round of 16, they'll be a bit more free against France. They won't be expecting to win that match, but at least they're through now. So if they do get through, it'll be, I think anything after that will be a massive plus. So let's hope they can create a few chances for Lewandowski as well. Yeah, so Mexico are out, Saudi Arabia out, and Argentina and Poland very lucky to go through, I'd say. What else? So that match, Poland versus France, that is gonna be on Saturday. No, Poland versus France. That's gonna be on Sunday at 3 p.m. So I'm expecting France to win that. And what did we have yesterday then? Yesterday, also let me forget to mention, there was an absolutely incredible free kick as well for Mexico today. I don't know who scored it, but it was an absolute stunning goal. And I think that was the second free kick that's been scored in the tournament, because yesterday Marcus Rashford scored the first free kick of this World Cup. Another brilliant free kick. To be honest, I can't decide which one was better, just thinking off the top of my head. Maybe I have to look at both of them again, but they were both fantastic hits. The last free kick in the World Cup was scored in 2018, and that was Trippier versus Croatia in the semi-final. So not a lot of free kicks. I'm wondering how many free kicks were scored in the last World Cup. Yeah, but England ran out 3-0 winners. Harry Kane's not on the score sheet again, but he got one assist. I'm not sure if he got another one, but he was definitely one for the Foden goal. So I wonder how the team's going to line up next. For me, Phil Foden is an incredible player. I'd say I'd always start him, but obviously it depends how the team's going to play. But Rashford and Foden, I don't think they did themselves any harm at all. And Wales, again, poor. Bale got subbed at half time, so it'd be interesting to see how him and Ramsey go about the international careers after this tournament, because sometimes you have to just move aside for the younger players to come through, but obviously you do still need the experienced players around. And what else? So Qatar, Holland. So Qatar was 2-0 to Holland. Gagpo, is it Gagpo or Gagpo? I'm sure that's how you pronounce his name. But yeah, he scored again. So he scored 3 goals in a row, I think. Now he looks like an exciting player. So I think Man United have made a bid for him or interested in him. So let's see. I'll have to watch him a bit more. So they won. Ecuador vs Senegal. Senegal 2, Ecuador 1. And Senegal will be playing England, and that match will be on Sunday as well. So that will be 7 p.m. kickoff. Senegal, Idris Gueye, he got booked, so he misses out. So that would be a big miss for them. Sar's 11th goal for Senegal, penalty, good penalty. I think it was a no-look penalty. So that would be an interesting match, to be honest. There'll be a tough. Well, you'd think that there'll be a much tougher game than Wales anyway. Senegal. So England will have to be a bit careful, to be honest, with that match as well. They should go through, but should be a good test. And Iran vs USA, Pulisic scored that goal, and Pulisic, I think he got injured as well in that match, so he might not be fit for the USA match against Holland, which will be on Saturday at 3 p.m. So it's interesting, USA, Australia, countries like that going through, because you wouldn't say their first sports are football, but see how the fans get behind them. So that's Saturday and Sunday's fixtures done. And what else have we got here? So yeah, just mainly we just had to come on and talk about the Argentina match, because like I said, when you're invested like that, it's stressful. And especially when Messi misses the penalty, you just thinking, oh, this ain't gonna be there. And I was thinking Poland are gonna score on the counter attack here, and it's gonna be Argentina and Messi out. What's the papers, newspapers, headlines, media, everything like that. So let's see what happens with Australia. for me, Argentina through, so that's the first thing. You'd think that the versus Australia they would go through, and then I'm not sure how it works. I'm just gonna try and have a quick look. So if Australia, let me just have a quick look where Argentina are in Group C. So they finished top of Group C, and then the winner of Game 50 is gonna play the winner of Game 49. So the first in A and second in B, first in A and second in B. So I think if Holland beat USA or Argentina play the winner of Holland versus USA, I think that's how it goes. So if Argentina do beat Australia, you would have to say that they'd be favourites to beat Holland or USA as well. And then who would they meet in the semi-final? They would meet the winner of Game 58, and that is gonna be 53, 54. I'm just looking at my wall chart. Yeah, 50, 53 and 54. So that, alright, this is where it gets a bit confusing, because now we've gone up to the other side of the group, I think. Yeah, so I'll leave that till another day, I think. So basically they're gonna hopefully versus Holland or USA and beat them as well. And then if that happens, then I might have to start looking for flights to Qatar myself. To be honest, I wish I had known that there was going to be so many not free, but empty seats in the stadiums, because I would have planned to go. You don't think that in a World Cup that it's going to be that easily accessible for tickets, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so like I said, I can sleep a bit easier tonight, and let's see what happens on Saturday for Argentina. Tomorrow's matches, tomorrow Thursday, is going to be Croatia versus Belgium, Canada versus Morocco. Them are the 3 p.m. kickoffs, and then Japan versus Spain and Costa Rica versus Germany. So let's see how the teams rest players or not, or finish first, second, the permutations. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with another podcast. Thanks for listening. Take care. Bye.